Okay, so let's take a look at some of the basics when you start to create a form. So here we have our sample form right here we've created for the purposes of this class. What you would do is you put a question up here. You have different question types. I just want to show you real quick. Here's multiple choices, what the default is right here, but you can change it to text. If you change it to text, that would be something like a short answer, like first name, okay? And then their answer, and then you click right here where it says required, and then click done. Now we're going to click add item, and we'll do last name. And we'll do, again, short text box, required, and done. Then what you do, for me, I always like the sorting option for my students. I like to sort them by class. So what I do is I write here class period, and here is where you will choose from a list or have multiple choice, but I like choose from a list for this. And here's where I'll put my class periods. So I'll put period 1, period 2, period 3, or you could just do 2, 3. I'll just do that even much faster, right? And I'm just tabbing over to get my 2, 3, 4, 7, okay? And then you just make it required again, and you click done. And you just keep adding your questions here. So maybe I want this to be a multiple choice question. So I'll make this, did you have fun today? Okay, and we'll make this multiple choice. We can make this yes, no, are you serious? Okay, and then for multiple choice, it's nice because it gives you this opportunity to add other right here. When you click add other, what it allows the students to do is select that and type in their own answer here. You don't have to offer an other box. You might just want it to be an ABC, kind of ABCD. You pick one of those and that's it. But if you're surveying or something, you might want to give them the opportunity to add other. And then you just put that right here and you click done. And then you might ask another question like, what is your favorite meal of the day? We'll do breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. Okay, there's your typical ABCD question. The reason why I did one like this without the other is if you're planning on using Flubaroo, a script to score your tests and quizzes, you would not want to include other categories unless you plan on scoring them yourself. So you can actually score all of the parts of the test or quiz that you want and then leave questions like this blank where you would skip it, and then you could grade those questions on your own separately and then just add the points together. So we're going to add another item. Let's look at another question type. Okay, so this question type right here is paragraph text. Here's, again, something that Flubaroo can't score. Write a sentence or two about where you went for lunch today. Okay, notice where it says help text. The help text is if you need to give them some clues. So maybe my clue is if you went out with a group, please say so and explain who paid for the meal. Okay, and so we're going to make this required. It's paragraph text. There's our help text underneath. The students who get this quiz can type as much as they want. They could write a paragraph. They could write 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs. Doesn't matter. It's paragraph text. It's going to let them keep typing. It's a good idea to have them keep it to a paragraph only because all of the results, as I'll show you later, are going to go into a spreadsheet. And when it goes into a spreadsheet, you can wrap the text to make it easier to read, but the longer the paragraph, the taller the row will be. So you'll see that soon too. Anyway, so Flubaroo cannot score questions like this. If you do essay questions, make sure you're ready to score those, or if it's a scoring type of assignment. All right, we're going to click add again. Let's take a look at other options. We've seen text, paragraph, we've seen multiple choice. Now, checkboxes is to select all that apply. So here you might do something like my favorite workshop sessions today were, and you would do, session 1, session 2, lunch, session 3, and session 4. And I'm going to put did not attend session 4 yet. Okay, and then we'll make this required. And checkboxes are really cool because it allows them to select multiple answers. So you could select as many as you want. It's possible, though, that you just like lunch, and in which case you would just select lunch. But it gives them the opportunity to select. And if you wanted them to be able to recognize that, because not everybody knows that that's what checkboxes mean, see where it has in this box that little edit button? That's where you can go back and do select all that apply. That's a help text, and it's going to give them some ideas on how to do it. Okay, let me see what else we have. We're going to do another question. We've done checkboxes. We've chose from a list. The grid I want to show you in a completely separate screencast because it takes a little bit more structuring, but I am going to do scale right here. So scale is to rate something. So please rate your day on how successful you think it was. And then here, 1 equals the worst, 2, 5 equals the best, or the highest success. Okay, and then it's just a scale. 1 to 5 are my numbers. You can change them here. If you want to add more numbers, you can. I'm going to make this required. I'm going to click done, and then I'm going to put comments here. I'm going to put optional here, and I'm going to make this paragraph text, and that's it. So I'm going to require this one as well. Oh, no, I'm not going to require it. Here, it's optional. Don't require it, otherwise they can't move on. So you click done. So basically, those are my basic questions that I'm going to be using today for my sample form for this class. Just a quick survey, basically. I'm going to allow my editors to edit after submitting if they want to change their answers. That's fine with me. I'm going to change my title to be, I'll call it Google Forms Feedback. Did it rock your world? I might make it a little bit more specific before I send it out. A couple of things you should know, you could drag and drop. Let's say, for example, you want to move things around. I want to make class period up at the top. There it goes. Say I want to delete that question. Well, it really doesn't apply, right? It doesn't apply, so I'm going to delete that. Say I want to add email because you all are from someplace else. I'm going to do add item, email, contact info. Okay, and then I'm going to make that text. I'm going to make that required. I'm going to click done, and I'm going to move that up because I'd like that to be under the first and last name. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to change a little bit, and you're like, well, now what do I do with it now that this form is done? Well, this is how to create a form. I'm going to show you how to send the form, how to look at the results, things like that later. But you've just created a form. I'm going to unselect login because you all are coming from different places. I'm going to allow only one response. And that's it. So hope you enjoyed the basic concepts on how to create a Google form.